Hi, I'm Christopher Dunnigan. This is HandmadeInVermont.com, and today we're talking about the Hubbardton Forge Double Cirque Chandelier. This is the 104205. There's also some other Cirque products in the line. So there's a small Cirque, there's a larger single Cirque, there's a huge Cirque that's like 48 inches in diameter. That's pretty cool. But there's also a sconce that goes with this that you should check out because it's pretty nice too. That's the 207420 in our interior sconce section. So this is basically a combination of the single large and the single small Cirques put together. So you have two tiers coming out from the middle. And it is 27.9 inches tall, 25.3 inches in diameter. I want to show you a little extra details, and how we're going to do that is we're going to look at the installations instructions. So if you're on the page for this on Handmade in Vermont, look over on that side of the screen. Midway down, you're going to see a link. It's going to say click here for installations instructions PDF. It is going to show you lots of information. It's going to show you a full parts list. This is going to be shipping with 36 inches of chain to begin with, 15 feet of wire, canopy kit that goes onto your ceiling. This is 5 inches in diameter. It's going to go over a standard 4-inch junction box, and it's very light, so there's no weight restriction on this whatsoever. If you need to go beyond that 36 inches of chain, remember the fixture itself is 27.9. We sell chain in 36-inch increments. Just email us to get a quote on it. It's easy to work with. There's a tool called a chain separating tool. It's kind of like an inverse pair of pliers that electricians have that open and closes chain because there's a little seam right there. Not a big deal. Let's talk about lamping on this really quick. Oh, a little detail on this on the finishes. So when you're looking at this fixture and you see the bulb and you see the socket and you see that cuppy piece of metal, the part that goes like this, a lot of people think the inside of that is actually a different finish like gold. And what's really happening is the light coming out of the bulb is hitting the inside of this and putting on a warm glow. Most likely that was a 2700 Kelvin incandescent when they shot the photographs of this, so it's making that look like it's a different finish. But the entire fixture is actually the whole finish. If you like that glow, the best one to get would probably be the bronze finish, the 05. There you go, little details. Let's talk about lamping now. You got 8 of these. You've got 8 of these type B chandelier sockets, okay? And you can go up to 60 watts for incandescent in each of these if you guys want to do old school incandescents. That's a flame tip. That's a torpedo tip. But that's the bulb. Easy to get. You can get them at your grocery store, your drugstore, a dollar store, Home Depot, Ace Hardware, Home Depot, everywhere. They're just everywhere. Anyway, but you can go up to 60 watts if you want to go incandescent, like I said. But if you want to go LED, it's really up to you. You know, remember, you have 8 of these, so you don't have to go too nuts as far as like wattage equivalents. 40 watt equivalents to 60 watt equivalent would probably be the best way to go. You're also going to get a broad spectrum of the marketplace as far as what's available out there. But I have seen these up to a 75 watt equivalent. You know, if you're one of these people who doesn't think this would give enough light with 8 60 watt equivalent LEDs, then you can always jump up to the 75 watt equivalent ones. But the light coming out of this is going to be very important. The light coming out of the bulb. When you buy these LEDs, they're going to be offered to you in something called daylight. That's going to be kind of 4,000, 5,000 Kelvin on that Kelvin scale. That's that blue-white light. It sounds like it should be warm, but that's not a warm light. That's like an overcast day or like a convenience store light. And by the same token, if you guys like that goldenness that's on the inside of that cup, you might want to go with a 2700 Kelvin LED because that's going to be very yellow light like the setting sun. So that's going to help influence that quite a bit. As well as a 3000 Kelvin soft white, warm white. That will also do kind of the trick, but it won't be as yellow as the 2700 Kelvin. But anyway, 3000 Kelvin, that warm white, soft white is what we use in our showroom, and that's the light coming down on me. So this is kind of like the warmth of a glow and the color of the light coming out of an incandescent bulb when we were kids. Something to think about. Again, it's a dimmable fixture, so don't worry about that part of it, but it's really important that when you're buying LEDs that you buy them as dimmable. Let's get into metal finishes now. If you are on the HandmadeInVermont.com website, look over in the red tabs with the pictures in them over there. You're going to see a Finishes Help Guide tab. Open that up for me. It's going to be a video there of me talking to you guys about the differences in Hubbardton Forge finishes, how they can look on different types of forging. I'm going to be referencing a chart just down below. So scroll down a little bit. You're going to see a chart. You can click on that chart. So you can click on dark smoke. You can click on soft gold. Doesn't matter. Big page will pop up showing you lots of different things in that finish. You can go back to the chart and you'll notice there's letters A's on them, letter B's on some of those things, and that's going to be showing you this range of variants that you can expect to see on different translucent finishes, but I'll talk about all of that in the video, okay? Okay, showroom. Our showroom in Vermont has over 400 Hubbardton Forge fixtures. This is the biggest showroom in the world of Hubbardton Forge. No other showroom is like this. Hubbardton Forge doesn't even have their own showroom. They use this one. What's on display? We have a great tab on that. And those same red tabs, you're going to see a what's on display page. So open that up. It's going to show you everything we have on display, and including which finish, which shade, all of those things, and what kind of glass it's on there. We're open every day except Sunday, 11 to 6. I'm here every day except Sunday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. Eastern Time. We also have an amazing clearance center. Clearance center stuff is 75% off MSRP. It's returns, discontinued stuff, showroom samples. You have to come here to use it. Can't call us or email us about it, but it's definitely worth coming in to look at if you're in Vermont. Plus, you want to use the showroom anyway because there's just so much great stuff here to see. Our number in Vermont, 802-446-2400. You can email us 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. Love to answer emails, and it's sales@HandmadeInVermont.com. So when you order from HandmadeInVermont.com, shipping is going to be free to every state except Alaska and Hawaii. No tax if we ship out of the state of Vermont. And we're the only dealer with 90-day returns, no restocking fee. Nobody else does that. Some larger items are going to be non-returnable. It's going to be really important that you are looking at the fixture on that page and kind of scroll down under the description. It'll tell you if that is the case. And that's usually for really big, giant, huge fixtures, mostly that go out on pallets. Okay, that's it. Rush program. Let's talk about that. So rush program, Hubbardton Forge generally takes about 3 to 4 weeks to go out the door. That's production time before your transit time. You always have to add that on too. We offer a rush program that takes you from that 3 to 4 weeks down to a little under 2 weeks. It's a very small addition per line item. So if you have like 1, 2, 3 items, like let's say 3 or 4 outdoor sconces, and they're all the same size and they're all the same finish, that's one line item. So it's very inexpensive to rush those kind of things. Don't be afraid to email us and ask about that. Okay, so that's really it. If you guys have any other questions, let us know. We would love to see you in our showroom sometime. And thanks for stopping in.